Warning: Brightside Masks RPG contains content that is not suitable for younger audiences and may be triggering to some, including strong language, violence/gore, and mature/sensitive topics. Please review the on-screen warnings before enjoying the show.
So, Toby, it is the night before Sam is going to be moving in with you, and you've decided, hey, this is probably the only time I'm gonna be able to talk about this with these guys, so you sit your dads down, and you're at the table, and you're going to be having quite the serious discussion. You haven't talked since, you got kidnapped. So y'all sitting at the dinner table, it's tense. You got kidnapped! You got kidnapped, and this is out of the ordinary because, well, they've done a really damn good job at keeping you safe and keeping that on the down low. You've gone your whole life without any reason to believe otherwise that you would be kidnapped. And it's just kind of hitting you kind of hard. It's just like at first the villain thing, you could sort of suppress it, but now it's just there's no avoiding it. You're endangered now, and they know that, and you know that. You threw yourself off a building!
Only a bit.
And you pretty much have demanded them to turn their lives around. And now you're sitting at a dinner table and it's like, are we all the same people anymore? It's probably a bit quiet. Y'all just sort of sit there.
We're just gonna do this. First of all, thank you for promising not to go after Golden Light. I know that was scary. It was weird. Never had anybody broke in before or nothing. You guys have always kind of kept up yourselves or kept up facade and stuff. I never thought we'd be found. Least of all me. But thanks for not going after her. I know that must be really hard.
Ricky's not looking at you, just kind of looking out the window. Lucas, however, is staring intently, nodding along, very focused on you, very worried look, but not really saying anything.
If you guys are serious about this, if if you don't want to be villains for me, then I guess we should just I gotta come clean too, I guess, if we're just gonna do that, cause it's always been a fear of mine. It's I've known this for a couple of years now. I was watching news, and I saw the costumes. I knew you guys had costumes, but I didn't it never clicked until I saw you guys flying around and fighting out there, and putting people's lives in danger. So that night when you guys came back and you had to rush me to the hospital and stuff, when I lost my eye, I wasn't perfectly truthful then, so just to say, I was only out that night because of you guys. I only tried to stop a guy getting mugged because of you guys. It clicked in my little 13-year-old brain, and I was like, great, my dads are the enemies of the people I look up to and stuff. And it's it just messes with me. I'm like, but you guys love me, and you guys are nice to me and stuff, and we're good, and how could you not be good and stuff? So I thought, oh, okay, then I'll just go be good. Maybe then if I do good things, then it'll cancel itself out or something. I'm not really sure what I was thinking. And then I went over to the space track, and yeah, I was trying to stop a mugging. I wasn't the one getting mugged. That never would have happened if you guys weren't doing what you were doing.
Yeah, they don't look great. They don't look great. Lucas is probably the only one that's talking right now. Ricky's sort of got his hands and fists at his knees, looking down, looking not great. Lucas just sort of leans on the table and looks at you intently and just, first of all, I'm proud of you for doing what you believe is right. That is all I could hope for, even if it is against me. That is fine. But what was not okay was how we let you get hurt like that. That's where I feel I failed you. It was always a very difficult decision. We talked about it a lot, whether to tell you or not, whether to teach you to fight. Not like we had much help to know what we were doing. We thought about it many times. if it'd be best to tell you or not.
I think that answer's pretty clear now.
Yes. Regardless, you did what was right. I know what you did was right. I know what I do is not right. I just have to do this.
Then why do you do it? Why?
Lucas sits
what
back
is
and he takes in a big breath and just sort of like suppresses something. Let me ask you something. Do you think we want to be like this? Truly.
Haven't you? But
Us.
I-
As you know us.
I mean, you guys can be great dads and not great people at the same time. Who doesn't choose to be a villain?
We've pretty much always been on the edge of good and bad. We didn't have half of what you've had growing up. Ricky looks at Lucas, and Lucas looks at him, and they both have like this understanding of something, and Ricky just sort of drops it on the table. Any time we do anything that is not good or evil, and we do it for you and ourselves. It's a way to support us. Not the best way, but the only way we've ever known. We just want to give you what we didn't have so badly that we would do literally anything.
Wait, so it is a job?
They look at each other kind of nervously.
So you steal, and you hurt, and you blow things up for us to be, for us to live?
Yeah. He rubs the back of his neck. Yeah. Yes. It's not. It's villainry. It's what do you expect? When we first started, it was very simple, and now it is very complex.
I feel like I can't even tell what heroes and villains are anymore.
That's my point exactly. We had many chances where we could turn around, and we just didn't because we couldn't. And you just have to trust me when I say we couldn't. There's a lot you don't know about, and you can't know about. There's a good reason.
But look what protecting me has got so far. I dreaded the day. Just in my head, it was always like an eventual thing. Like if I was to be a hero, that I would have to go up against you. But in my heart, I don't think I could have ever done that. Like that's always been like a fear of mine and stuff. Like why?
But we would never hurt you. You know that, right? Like we would never hurt you.
But you put my friends in danger.
But we don't.
I've not fought you twice.
Well, past was different, but we have been on a very good streak. Recently, we had a squints a little task. A building caught on fire.
Are you good?
And your father went inside to rescue them in costume. I had to illusion that he was not even there. It was a disaster. So, if you must know, yes, there is good buried down in us, and it comes out all the time.
But if you did that, you guys would be seen as medians, at least.
And that's bad. That's not what...
What? You wouldn't be on the Archipelago's hit list if you were a median, right?
Well, we're supposed to be on the hit list. It's a lot. We'll cover it all eventually. But, yeah, just trust that we're not all that bad. And that we've had many discussions about changing our ways, but we're sort of stuck where we are. But we'll do our best.
So then who's doing that? Who do you have contact? Who has you under their thumb as fucking villains?
Lucas looks stern.
Let me just curse at my father.
Yeah, he doesn't look very happy. He just says, that's not for you to know. Not now. You know enough for now.
But why?
You could be even more in danger if you knew. We've already messed up enough. We're already going to be in quite the big trouble, so...
But then we can help you. I can help you at least.
It's not your responsibility to help us. This is our mess.
But I...
And I know that is the hero thing to do, but we didn't bring you here so you could save us.
That doesn't mean I don't want to. So you can't actually change, then?
Oh no, we can. Ricky's crossing his arms. We could at any time. We tried to make groups. We tried to get allies to sort of rally up against what we're up against, and, well, it's been proven that we are hopelessly alone. It's always been that way, and we could have done something a lot sooner if we had just realized our own strength.
You realize I'm taking a big risk just even believing that there's something holding you to being evil.
Do we really have a reason to lie to you anymore? You'll find out eventually, won't you? Whether you sneak through our
Got a point.
secret lair, or blow up our computers, or some way or another.
Okay, I didn't...
Speaking of, how do you know the passcode to my phone? Never mind.
I've been reconning for years. Kind of just in case I ever had to take you down. But it's not like that's gonna happen anymore, especially if we're going through with this for real.
There's actually something you might want to know. He sort of like pulls this little photo out of his pocket, slides it across the table to you, and it's of this hero that you vaguely recognize.
I know I've seen this dude. Wait,
Do you know his name?
Frost or something?
He definitely laughs. Alright. So, this hero...
He's one of the older ones, right?
Yeah. Let's just say, being a hero runs in the family.
What?
He winces.
Wait, whoa. So, who is he? Who is he to us? I haven't met any of our family. Like, it's just been us, and I've never really questioned that, but who is he?
He looks so, like, kind of tied up about it. Looks very hesitant. His name's Tundra, and guess he is the one to have the cool ice dinosaur. That was my nod to him. Although he finds it extremely disrespectful that I even remotely have any sort of his abilities.
Is he like your brother or something?
No. Older.
I have a grandfather who's a hero.
Yes! He looks so defeated. And you have a crazy abuela. Oh my. Absolutely.
Una abuela?
Yes.
Ew.
But we had a good contact with a lot of people to keep them safe. Even if she's crazy. I'm in trouble. But that's another thing. If he sees me going out there being a hero, he's just going to rub it in my face that he knew it. And he did. Good for him.
Wow.
I sort of did the opposite of you. I went out and did bad things because of all the good things they did. I thought what they were doing was stupid and idiotic and a waste of time, and I thought I could do it better by being harsher, by being stronger, and well, it took me down a not so great path. I just wanted to be anything but them. I didn't realize what I had, but he's retired now, thank goodness.
Wow, that's really cool. Man, just this is why I want to know more, because like, what if we get you guys coming around, or like get you in the public eye and people are like, oh, like, look, they're not villains anymore, like, what if that patches you guys up or something? What if you guys end up friends with, like, I mean, like, eventually, like, what if you ended like friends with like archipelago members or something, like Dr. Cosmo or Whiplash?
Lucas gets this look and looks at Ricky, and Ricky just no, like he literally almost flies across the table. No, that's not an option. That's not an option at all. That can't happen. Lucas is just smirking in like the biggest way.
Okay, maybe you don't have to be like heroes, but I don't want them to try and kill you anymore. Like the poster in my room.
Oh, so you want to learn something else? He goes into his wallet. He has this in his wallet. No. He snatches the wallet with like his powers, and the wallet's floating over, and Ricky snatches it, and he's just like, he doesn't need to know. And Lucas is just like, come on! He needs to know the truth. You have to tell him the truth now. Now is the only time.
It's about the truth.
Ricky's holding it. He's like, he has like an illusion of fire under it, like he's prepared to burn this entire wallet.
Oh my god.
And he's like, fine.
Huh?
Ricky is just like hovering his face, and he's like, so I'm pretty well acquainted with Whiplash, to say the least. We only dated for like a few months in high school, so just don't bring it up, okay? Just don't bring it up. Just don't, please. He never lets me live it down, and every time he beats my ass, he brings it up. Lucas
wanting
is
to admit that he,
cackling like it's the most evil laugh you could possibly imagine.
not wanting to admit that he had a crush over Flash when he was growing up. Just like,
He shoves it back in his wallet and throws the wallet at Lucas. Take your stupid blackmail back. I hate that you have that on hand constantly. Like, God, you're awful. I love you. Yep.
Oh.
So we got some secrets. That one cannot get out there.
Maybe it's better I don't know everything. Yeah, that's fine. I think I'm gonna take down my poster now.
Please. Every night I'm like, good night, Toby, and I see his face and I'm like, why? Why are you there watching over my son? Ricky looks so worked up about this. Lucas just shakes his head and he's like, don't mind him. Just the important thing is that yes, we've got our secrets, but they're not all bad. They're kind of silly.
Okay.
And we will share as much as we can with you. From this point on.
Well, then I have one more question.
Alright.
If I'm gonna be a hero, I'm still working against your shadow, basically. I kind of want to know how long it is. Do you happen to know how many people you've hurt?
Atmosphere changes for sure. Both of them get very different expressions. Ricky doesn't say much. He just sort of like keeps looking out the window, keeps to himself, and Lucas just sort of eyes grow big, definitely looks hurt, and he just very quietly responds, "More than I care to admit. Definitely more than I care to admit."
So, even if you stop, even if I don't want this, is it always going to be a part of me?
It wasn't a part of you for a very long time. You can decide if that is a part of you now. You have a choice. You can be a part of this legacy, or you can go against it. That's what I did. Made my own legacy. And, if you wanted to use Tundra's legacy instead, I would not be hurt, but would strongly advise you to be warned that if you do, he's going to talk to you.
I mean, I know I want that, but I don't really know what that means. I don't know what a lot of this means, really. So...
There's more reasons than to protect them why I don't talk to them.
There's more reasons than answers.
Sorry, mijo, I can't give up everything.
Look, okay.
You must understand it's just to protect you. It's not because I'm malicious towards you. It's just...
But
there's some things you just have to trust us
How
to
am
take
I
care
gonna-
of before we can tell you. We have a lot of unfinished business.
What if it ends up like another gold situation? I get involved anyway.
If you knew now, you would go after them.
Well, yeah, they're not just.
See?
being-
No,
That's
this
not
is the
fair.
this is the problem with hero families. We'll have a common enemy, which makes us united, but united targets. Right now, you are completely under the radar. They have no idea. If you came at them
Fucking brave.
blindly like this, they would then have something very precious to use against us. Right now, they don't believe we have anything to lose.
Shit.
It's very scary. So this is purely something we have to do without you.
I can go help everyone else.
Yes.
I can't help my dads, who I live with.
Not-
in my own home.
Not with this. You can't.
Then when?
Listen, I'm sorry. I can't let you.
Then I'm gonna get strong. Okay.
Oh,
If-
Ricky perks up at that. You know
if
what?
it takes me.
If you can prove it to us, then yes. Lucas looks horrified and just slowly creaks and turns like, no. If he's strong enough, he is both of us combined. He could be far more powerful than we could ever imagine, and we're just holding him back. He's not had a mentor for half of the things that I could teach him. That you could teach him. If we can raise him up, he can help us. Lucas looks frustrated. The point is to not get him involved. We've done all of this so he would not be involved and not be endangered.
Now I'm here. I've been injured. I jumped off of a building.
They both turned to you and they're like, yes, why?
I thought if you both had to, like, save me, then, like, you guys would stop fighting or something, or be like, we both care about people, or I don't know.
You're lucky she could fly faster than me, that's all I have to say.
I'm really not sure about fighting anybody, just because I don't have any powers for that yet. But
Yet! You said the right word, yes. But that doesn't mean we can't teach you how.
why don't you guys teach me to be stronger, and I'll teach you how to be good?
They look kind of like surprised in like a charmed way. Like they just think it's cute, honestly. And they both agree. It's been very tough to pretend that we don't know how your powers work. And that's we are clueless, non-metahuman parents with a metahuman child. You...
I was born in...
They're just like... They both wince.
Was it like a reef lab, or like... You said, root?
It was root. Well...
Did you break into it? Did you,
No! No, we went in as completely normal people.
What? Just walked in?
Yeah, we just walked in as normal people and we're like, hi, we can't have kids, but we want kids, so help? We have money? Help? So then they said, sure. Well, they're not stupid, he says, wincing. They found out eventually who we were, and, they threatened to not help us, so we made them. So, we struck a deal. And then, of course, the day we went to get you, of course, things went down in the city, and everybody accused me, of course. But, I don't want to admit it, but my powers are definitely not. I can't reach full-scale city level memory wiping. But I knew what happened, and I recognized the power.
Recognized? Like who did it?
Maybe. But that's not important. What's important is that you are a literal perfect split of us. Which means you could very well have both of our powers, one of each, some of each, none of each. And I'm very proud that you have mostly my powers. Ricky looks so confident, and Lucas is just rolling his eyes like, give him time, you will see. I was a late bloomer, you'll see.
I haven't touched any artifacts yet, but...
So if you wanted to...
Not that I'm going to.
Lucas has had his hands pressed together, like, tapping his fingers, and then he's like, so if you want, and then he just stops, and he's like, looking off, like...
Okay, maybe eventually. I can already barely control my illusions.
Which we will work on when I can help you now. Trust me, I wish I had somebody to help me. I was the metahuman child in a very normal household. So, my powers were a curse.
Did they... I don't have anybody on that side because they didn't want you? No. Well, wait, no, I'm sorry.
They weren't great. Let's just say... no one becomes evil overnight. When I was your age, I decided to get out of there. I decided, damn it, I'm gonna take control of this situation and I'm gonna get out of there.
Whiplash?
And so I did. What? Train of thought crashed visibly. You could see it. Yeah. So I might have helped a little, but don't give him all any credit. Just I got out of there and got a job and lived on the streets for a little bit, and yeah, it's not a great world out there. I did not ever want to expose you to that ever. So by any means possible, made sure you didn't feel like you had to run away.
Oh, we're just going through everything then. Okay.
You want to know? I mean, we'll have to be open books from now on, so as much as it's not fun to talk about, it is history, and it is our history.
Okay.
I will teach you what I know, from what I understand where you are with your powers. We'll see if there's anything we can help you develop or unlock, and anything you want to know, all you gotta do is ask. All we ask is that you just don't get involved with... You know what not to get involved with at this point. Until you are strong enough, that is.
We can kind of finally work together.
Lucas looks so freaking happy. At that, those words. I have one more story for you. I think you'll find it funny.
Alright.
You might find it inspiring in a way. It's the first time I realized Enigma was my partner in crime. Ricky looks, he looks so like, Lucas just keeps going on. We went to the museum. They have lots of great artifacts. I was there to get an artifact because of a power I've learned one might have, and I was very interested in trying it out.
Oh,
I still don't know why you were even there. Ricky's just like, money? Question marks. And Lucas is like, something like that. He tried to take my artifact. We ended up fighting for the artifact. Didn't go very well. I don't even think we ended up with anything valuable. But then next time we decided we should do that together. We should do more things together. And I guess from then on out, we did lots of, villainous things, crimes, etc. Did our job together. And one year for the, like our anniversary, I guess you could say. We did it again. It was called Lights Out. We made this whole event out of it. It was pretty grand scheme level things and got some great artifacts out of it. It was an incident. It sounds awful. Nobody was harmed, really. It was just one of those bonding moments where I feel like the comics missed it. They just don't cover what actually goes on between the pages. I know you've probably had a few already.
We've had some wacky stuff happen. Oh, the Lights Out incident. Okay. I'm glad that you guys came together. I just wish it were under any other circumstance, but that's okay. And we can make this work. I have a lot of work, basically just being not just a hero at this point, but a janitor.
I wins at that.
But I'm excited to eventually get the point where we don't have to be this secretive. We can just be a damn family. We don't have to.
Ricky, like, typically he's not the serious one, but definitely gives you a more serious look, and he's just, like, much quieter than usual. Not as goofy. This is not your mess to clean up alone. This is our mess too. We're gonna clean it up. So don't feel responsible. You focus on being Mirage. If it helps us too, great. If not, don't worry. We will take care of ourselves too. I don't want you to take on this dastardly responsibility.
I'd like to help at least.
If that's what you want, then okay.
Please, let me practice being a hero in my own home. Yes. Alright. I'm going to bed now.
Lucas definitely gets up and gives you a big old bear hug. Ricky comes around, also gives you a bear hug. You're suffocating now. Tobe dies, not clickbait. Ricky sort of gets this, like, cheeky look, and he's like, you know what I've always wanted to do? And he freaking picks you up with his powers, and just sort of, like, whooshes you over here, and, like, uses his powers to tuck you into bed, and he's just like, I've always wanted to do that, I've always wanted to be like, oh yes, son, gently float you into bed, tuck you in, good night, give you a kiss on the forehead. That's all I ever wanted! He's just so excited about that. It's so great. I don't have to repress that. I can just, we can be ourselves now. He sort of puts the camel, like, on top of your head. So yes, get some rest, and gonna go burn your father's wallet. Bye-bye. He just sort of goes around the corner.
He doesn't even move. He doesn't, like, untuck or anything. He just looks at the poster like, yeah, I'm gonna burn something too.
Yeah. Right after you had, like, talked to Tobe, came back here, and Mus'Jio was just sort of worried, like, I came here and you weren't here. Bye. And you're like, that's good, I'm moving with Tobe. And then you guys just started, like, helping move stuff. There's probably a lot of, like, crates full of, like, board games and, like, all of your weird stuff. Like, you probably have a whole box full of police tape.
entire boxes of, like, police tape, and then, like, you know, the soggy little, like,
newspaper clipping
article that's now, like, in like a Ziploc bag.
All of, like, your measly little possessions, your little comfort crab towel that was, like, super rare that everybody's freaking out about. All these, like, simple things.
Everything in the fridge is now in a little tiny box that probably isn't keeping anything cold.
You probably lived without power for so long, you just learn to have things that don't need to be refrigerated. Or just constantly have ice.
Ice in little baggies, little Ziploc baggies. God.
Why are you such a homo? So Mus'Jio's carefully going through stuff. It's very obvious he's avoiding his own stuff. anytime he, like, looks like he opens something of his, he, like, quickly shuts it and, like, jolts a little bit and then, like, goes kind of robotically somewhere else.
I'm just gathering around, just make sure that, like, I have, like, everything that, like, I would have taken out of the box, like, back in, like, the box, and, like, looking at, like, the cats and, like, counting them to make sure, like, none of them have, like, escaped during the night. You know, and I see Mus'Jio, and I'm just like, you know, thank you so much for you know, letting me stay here for the time being, and, you know, it was very nice of you, and I'm really excited to you know, move in with Tobe, because he seems, you know, really nice, and I'm just sort of like a little bit hesitant.
Yeah, he's just sort of sitting there, like, not like meaning to be rude, but is like quite literally looking through your stuff. Like, he's just so curious about everything he picks up. Like, he probably picks up a piece of, like, sorry, and he's just, like, spinning it around in his palm of his hand, like, what? That's what friends are for. And if you ever need another place, because Tobe needs a place, if we ever get to that point, this is home to all.
Yeah, thank you. And, like, I don't want to, like, you know, break your trust or anything like that, because I know that trying to, like, regain, like, memorize or things you might know about, like, other people, and, like, if you ever get, like, any sort of, like, memory that, like, you know, Tobe ends up being bad news, I 100% will, like, respect your opinion, and
my
you
God.
know, come back.
Yeah, you say that. It is difficult to say who I trust. So far, know he is trustworthy,
That's good.
but my heart is different than my mind. You are just very valuable. I don't know if you know that.
I laugh a little bit. It's like, I don't know about valuable, but thanks.
You are. You are the key to making it different this time, I believe. So, just be careful.
I'm gonna try and comfort
Oh my-
Mus'Jio, and, you know.
Please.
I'm
I'm
gonna,
begging because he's one condition away from death.
I'm gonna comfort him. And I'm gonna try and comfort him by saying, you know, I really do want to assure you that I do want to, like, save the world and do anything I can to help out and save others. And I'm glad that you're here, even if you don't know, you know, everything that's going on or have all your memories. I feel like it's really touching and great that you do want to save the world and everyone kind of, you know, in it. It takes a lot of guts and it makes you a really great person.
Scout is here too.
What
God
do we get? What do we get?
bless him.
Good.
14.
Thank God.
Oh, thank you, Jesus Christ. So he's gonna take away, probably insecure. Thank you. I think you remind me of someone that I can't remember. Maybe that is why I'm so. What is that word?
Careful?
Careful.
Paranoid?
Paranoid. Grateful? No. I am desperate to help you.
I appreciate it.
I'm going to miss your cats. He admits, looking rather sad.
I mean, while they're here, I could leave you, you know, some or one or.
Taking care of another life is definitely. I don't know if I'm ready yet. I
Fair.
can barely take care of myself. I barely know your currency on this planet. It gets me in a lot of trouble. I guess it is bad to hand the wrong type of currency to someone. It's like an insult if you give them too little, but if you give them too much, they are fine. And then they give you more back. It is confusing. You have many wonderful treasures. I hope to bring them safely. He's like going to get up, carrying a bunch of boxes, sort of looks back at you, looks deep into that gem, like on your forehead, sort of like trance-like looking into it at first. His eyes flash to a variety of colors.
Which is terrifying.
You see it go like red, blue, yellow, red, blue, green. Like, he drops the boxes.
I walk close to him and be like, are you okay? Because he's like, this is kind of concerning.
Sort of like mumbles something in like his native language and then shakes his head, realizing you can't understand that. It can speak.
I'm like, is it about them?
It speaks.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
alive.
Yeah. It talks to me a lot. But I'm usually able to to ignore it. But it does talk. When we were on one of our missions, actually, Killswitch, he tried to touch my forehead and then like recoiled back because the Tarquin gun to his head and scared the living daylights out of him. Enigma, I think, tried something similar and the same thing kind of happened. It's a very aggressive voice, but it does talk.
Yes, it is not very fond of me.
I don't really know too much about it. Does it seem familiar to you in some way?
Yes, and in a not a good way. It seems we are acquainted. I don't know how to say this, but this is good news. Before, I was having a very hard time deciphering whether it was a sentient being, different from you. And this is it's apparent that yes, indeed, I was right. Samuel Curtis is not the Tarquin, and that is the mistake they made in the very first timeline, I assume. They believed you were the Tarquin, and you perished. But this is proof that you are not. Should hopefully aid in avoiding your demise. But,
so
it wasn't anybody who targeted you. You were your own demise.
Yeah. That's what I was worried about. So, out of hypothetical curiosity, if people knowing that it's not me is helpful, if I find people that I can trust, do you think I should tell them?
I do not see why it would be bad for your team to know in case it's the worst. I can't predict sometimes because this did not happen last time, for you were not alive. I would just advise to not speak to it. It is not of this earth. The Tarquin is most certainly alien. I know because I spoke to it in my native language and it responded. Which is alarming.
That's a little concerning.
It knows many a language. I recognized a couple. It was trying to figure out which one I would respond to.
Do you speak many languages?
A few.
Interesting.
I had to. Novali used to be a great place of commerce and trade. It was a wonderful society. Very lush and green. Now, deserted and ruined. Not many visited, but when they did, it was life or death.
Do you think there's any hope to try and restore your planet?
He looks stern. I was not wanted, so therefore they do not have the pleasure. He looks kind of sassy. But alas, I am worried that the Tarquin knows me. Don't know what that means yet. But I will try.
Maybe it's scared of you. I think I scare it.
Good. That is also different, as I believe that is what led to your demise the first time. You were scared. But now, if you are scaring it, that means we have already won.
Hell yeah. I then do like a high five.
He gives you a high five with one of his tails.
Yeah.
I dropped your things. I just promised to not. I am sorry, Mus'Jio.
Oh, don't worry about it. It's totally fine. It's just police tape. It's fine. It's not breakable. Oh, hey, guys.
Y'all just peek in like, hello, and Mus'Jio just sort of like picks up that sound when you guys are like pretty far away. Welcome. You here to get cats?
Yes, we're here to catch.
We're here to see the cats, yes.
Here to catch cats. They're cat catchers. Yeah, they're just all around kind of thing. We have some cages.
How are we gonna get them all there?
Might have to do it one at a time, I guess.
Well, I've been kind of working on my constructs. I can make something to trap them in for like a brief period while we round them up and get them to Toby's place.
Surprised Mus'Jio's face isn't like lighting up with glee holding all the cats.
It's like moving his tail and the cats are like chasing that.
Oh, that's cute.
I have a plan, Mus'Jio says, announcing. You think they will follow me all the way there?
Oh yeah, cats do that.
So wait, Amari, can you make like things continuously but tiny? Like, what if we like made tiny walls continuously and just like kind of chase them down like a track that we continuously made all over the apartment?
I have little
Or is
to
that
no
overrun?
idea what you just explained to me, but I will see what I can do. I just got enough experience to take an advancement. I'm gonna take more burn
Yeah!
and
Do it.
roll
I mean,
burn
go
and
for
then
it.
make constructs.
Ooh, you got 10.
Yay!
Epic. Okay, I don't get any conditions and I get free burn, so I get to make construct free of charge. It's like a little, kind of like a box-ish like thing. It's small enough that you can carry cats in, and it's very Amari. It's very glow. It's definitely like a magic-ish construct. All right, yeah, you
Hell
put your
yeah.
cats in here. But by the way, Amari on the way like grabbed like a mask because they're allergic to cats, but they're only like mildly though.
Sorry if I'm not much of any help. I don't want to give cats my toothache, so
That's totally fine. But it's good to know that like you're healthy enough that you don't have to like wear a mask. You must be so happy for that.
not really. I'm in so much pain.
Don't you have like drugs to help you though?
I take it in hopes it will somehow work, but oftentimes it doesn't.
When you take medicine, you give the medicine an illness when you take it?
It doesn't work like that. It has to be
I think it's
living
just, I think it's
things.
just living things.
Oh, okay.
Guys, can you imagine? I like had my hands like trying to climb over this spaceship or whatever. Can you imagine just like going, "Oh, toothache, no!"
Mus'Jio looks
But-
so
but-
alarmed, like, talking spaceship.
But like on that note though, like if it
I'm
is
just
living
ma-
things, if you took something like ginger, which is still technically a living thing, and you tried to like eat it for like, you know, stomach problems, would it get infected with what you had?
I
It
don't
is a
think
living
ginger
thing.
has
Does
bones
ginger
to
have-
get
Does
infected.
ginger have teeth in this case?
I don't think ginger has both.
Does anyone have a gingerbread cookie? Like a gingerbread man? I kind of want to poke one now just to see what
I do not
happens.
think it is wise to infect a man. Mus'Jio says with the finger
Oh,
up.
don't worry. It's just
It's
it's
okay,
a
you can get
cookie
ginger.
shaped like a man. It's not real.
What?
Specifically, anybody have a gingerbread cookie on them right now?
Man?
'Cause-
Mus'Jio's so
'cause-
concerned. Mus'Jio, horrified by
sure
the fact that you eat ginger men, is going to just take the lead of these boxes and is like, okay.
All right, I'll take a box.
All right, let's all head out.
Says
Grab.
Scout, like, do you need me to put you in a box?
Scout sticks their nose up at you and like prances onward. Yeah, so y'all stroll up, bringing all these cats in like rainbow glowing boxes. And the door opens, and it's just Mus'Jio first, and he's just like carrying this box of cats and looks over at your dads and just says hello, and then sets them down on the kitchen table. And they're just like staring. Ricky has like this look and looks at Toby, and he's like, son? What's going on?
Oh, okay. There's a lot to explain here.
Is this a cat heist?
I hoard cats for a living. I fix it up and then I read their memories and I figure out they have like, you know, a family knot, and if they don't, I keep them, and then I try and like, you know, clean them up, and any money I make, I like try and like get them better, and then I try and like sell them to people. Do you want a cat?
Do you want all the cats?
Lucas shoves him behind him and he's like, it's fine. It's all's well. He's kind of allergic, but it's okay. We live next door, it's fine. It's
I'm so
fine.
sorry.
It's okay, says through like a very forced smile.
Offer a mask. Mari has like just some disposable ones that they brought because they are also like mildly allergic.
Sort of takes one, but doesn't not look happy about it. He grumbles, and Lucas just like, oh, hush.
This is Connor. Please don't touch him.
I lean over to Mus'Jio. and
Yeah,
I'm
you
like,
don't want my toothache.
Mus'Jio tries not to laugh. The cats are probably just all in these boxes being absolutely annoying, because like you put a cat in a
They're just trying
box
to
and they're
climb out.
immediately like fumbling around and being like wow and like being annoying and meowing and screaming. So it's a whole
Please
lot
let
of
me know
that.
when you want to let those go or like let them
Free
run
them.
free.
Doors are probably shut. You'll probably shut them so we can free the cats.
Alright, Mari slowly,
Free
like
the
one by
cats.
one, frees the cats from the boxes.
They all disperse.
Can
Run
that
runs
explain?
behind him and he's just like and he like jumps and hides. You are such an embarrassment. I just hate them. but it's fine.
I think they're perfect.
Thank you for delivering this personal hell to him. I cannot tell you how happy this makes me.
Aw, anytime.
Actually, Sam's gonna be here anytime. But anyway, so yes, these are all Sam's cats, and they will be here now. And this is Connor, and you've met Mus'Jio. He was there.
Yeah. Mus'Jio is just sort of like giving them a hey look. Don't worry about it. They will be fine. He looks like he's talking to you, Tobe.
Oh, good to know.
We were thinking maybe we could set up a divider and sort of split the living room into your own room, Sam, so that way Tobe has his space and you have yours.
Oh, that'd be really kind. I don't mind sleeping on the floor. It's totally fine. Like, I can...
No.
No! It's like the whole family's like, no! No sleeping on the floor.
So just mumbles like, it's already nicer than where it was before. I'm very thankful. Thank you.
What is the plan? They're like scheming now.
We have to get him used to this stuff first. This is literally just the first introduction, so we can have a bed, and he can have AC, and you can just like have a space for cats to exist that's not a giant ass warehouse and stuff. So I mean, it's gonna be a lot of responsibility, and I know I'm not gonna help take care of them and stuff, but like at the same time, I think gradually introduce him to.
Right.
Do you know what dinner time is?
I know what time is.
Lucas is just like scratching back of his head, like, we have much work. Let's start. If you're comfortable, you can sleep on the couch, and then we will move to a bed.
Okay.
But no floor.
I just imagine him looking at the couch going, oh my god, where are the springs? They should be jutting out, shouldn't they?
What?
Sam, you don't want springs popping out. That's very uncomfortable.
I thought it was meant to be that way.
If you're moving in, where do you want to put all this stuff? Amari like taps the box that we brought that wasn't full of cats.
Picks it up. Okay, we'll take care of it. You can get it all set up. Tobe, you should move some of your things so he has more room.
Yeah.
We have a lot of video games and comics.
Well, no, he can enjoy the video games and comics, right, Sam?
Yeah. What are video games?
It like zooms out on the apartment and it's just like this camera's shaking and Toby screams.
A video game's kind of like Twister. Is that what the? Because like I think that's a game.
Sam, you've watched TV before, haven't you?
I've listened to the radio.
Why are you?
Okay, close enough. So imagine a game that's on the radio that you can interact with.
It's not a video.
Okay.
Just go with it.
So it's like a story.
We have a lot of work to do, man.
I'm willing to learn.
Sam, you should play a game called Simulation People. That'll really get you into the environment.
Sam, you're gonna have to like get these cats actual cat food now because you're no longer in the warehouse with them and they can't like catch rats and stuff. Do you need us to go like shopping for pet supplies and stuff
That's
like
a
that?
fair point.
Once again, the brain cell of the group.
Yeah.
I try.
Okay, wait, how much does a cat eat?
I usually just had like a big pool that I just dumped kibble in. They usually knew not to eat too much.
Well, if we were still villains, we could just take over the cat food
No.
industry. But no, now we can't. Pouts. Oh no, looks like we'll have to go to the store and be normal civilians. What a tragedy. We'll figure it
I probably
out.
packed away some food that I still had that I brought with me from the warehouse. I think if it gets too hectic, I can always just, periodically check in on the cats and like add them to like the warehouse again and...
What, who is there? Who is at your house? What organization?
I think Aegis?
Ooh. Yeah, if I were you, I would not go. Just
Cool.
based on what we know about you. They are exchanging like a look, and Ricky's just sort of like, it's not wise to trust them. And I'm not just saying that because I'm the bad guy.
And I know.
Alright, cool. So, food, and not ages.
Alright, I'll make a list. I'm making a list now. I'm sitting down, I am making a
And if
list.
and
Pulls out his phone.
and the good thing about having them around is that like if you do end up having like a mouse problem, you won't because they love mice.
Oh. We could bring one down. I mean, we're not bringing anything into the not layer we have next door. He says.
Fair. Maybe we can do that on our own time.
Hey, I think like a cat accidentally got into your guys' room. Can we go check really quick?
Ricky looks so bad. He's just like, how? How did what?
See, one of the cats used to belong to a professional magician who was also like a escape artist, and so like it learned a couple of things from it.
Ah, Dairy Duhini.
Yeah, I think that's the one.
Ricky's
That
not
sounds
buying your
normal.
bullshit, but lets you in anyway. Scout's literally chilling with Ricky, who's sitting on the couch, and you're like looking through the door, looking at him, realizing, oh my fucking god, we've been duped. Like, he's been in here the whole time watching TV. This is the kind of bullshit you're just gonna have to get used to. He looks over and he looks at you and he's just like, what?
It is a pretty simple explanation. It's something that snuck in here. Perhaps a cat, perhaps a little scoundrel that we need to have get back into the other room, lest we find ourselves missing one. And maybe you didn't see it sneak in here, but we sure did.
Scout's just like rubbing up against him and like being super like sassy and looking at you, and then just like continuing and like being a freaking jerk, and then just like climbs up here and lays down.
Sam decides to like walk over and because Enigma's the one they switched memories with.
Yep.
I guess what I really just wanted to come and say is, when we did talk last, it was nice that you saw my memories and you sympathized with what happened to me, and I thought it's really nice. Motioning maybe for like a comfort kind of thing.
If you like hug him, he looks very shocked and like tense, and then he just sort of like softens like ever so slightly and like puts one hand on top of like your hooded head, and he's just like, yeah.
I think there's a good in you.
He looks sick when you say that. I see a lot of you in me, of me and you. When I was young, and I would have given anything for somebody to rescue me, but no one ever came.
Does it ever get easier? I say kind of like earnest, I guess.
It doesn't, but you start to become stronger because of it, because it doesn't stop.
Right.
You get used to it, I guess. I'm not good with words. That's what the other
Yeah.
that's what the other half
So-
is.
Two more small questions. Did it get easier like when you met your husband? And do you think there's hope for me to like things to get better, I guess?
I mean, absolutely. I left home when I was young. I was never welcome back, and I had nowhere to go and nowhere to be, and I was on the street for a while, and I was for certain that nothing would come of that. I would go down a villainous path and perish or fade away as some evil memory. And no, like, I someone who really loves. I have a family and I know a place, and I made a better path. So you can too. I'm just going to be a helping hand, but I can't decide that for you.
Right.
It is a choice.
Thank you. It means a lot to hear that. I'm really glad that, potentially I can lean on you and maybe talk to you more about this kind of stuff, about, maybe feeling a bit lost and, looking for, I guess, some sense of a home. I really do appreciate what you guys have been doing. It really means a lot to me.
Well,
thank you.
He's sort of like scratching back of his head, like definitely like averting eye contact, like being nervous and being like, yeah.
Cover the support.
Don't worry about it. It's first step of doing good that I've needed to do whole life.
I hug him, because the soft, kind moment, but also to kind of give Amari a chance,
grab the
the
cat. Yeah, no. Amari sneakily, as you hug him, you're snatched, and Scout's really shook. Scout probably hasn't been touched before, and looks really alarmed, but then immediately comforted, just rubbed against.
Throughout this entire interaction, they've been uncomfortable because they're still not too sure of Ricky in particular, but
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yay!
mission gone.
You hug him for a while, then he's just sort of and wiggles out, and he's like, okay, alright, that's enough,
Yeah,
Blubby,
totally.
Dubby, my heart is still evil. He sort of chuckles, and he's
Of
like,
course.
you're doing good. You're on a good path.
Thank you. we'll leave you alone now. Sorry to bug you.
Well, I'm still
Yeah.
gonna bug you, so get used to it.
I will.
Once the cats are settled, the shopping is done, the day is coming to a close. It is just Toby and Sam. Seems as though everyone else has gone home, gone to bed, and now you are finally alone after a long, exhausting day.
Alright, cool. So, I'm gonna sleep on the couch, and we're gonna get to like a bed and stuff. You can have mine for the night because, for the love of God, please just sleep on a bed.
I mean, I could always just sleep on the floor. I really don't mind.
That's the bad thing. Yeah, please mind that. So here, I'm gonna take my camel with me, because I love him,
Okay.
and yeah, it's cool. Do you need anything? Can I get you some water or like?
Well, I've been doing a little bit of thinking, and it's really kind of you to take me in all this and have me here. And if I'm gonna stay here, I need to really tell you something. A lot of something.
Oh,
A lot of it is pretty heavy, so takes off my mask to reveal my sewn up face, my sewn up mouth,
oh,
and I just look at Toby and I'm like, all right, sit down. It's a bit of a long story.
Amari, this is probably the night of, like, that whole shenanigans, all that stuff went down. Sort of like everybody's winding down, you're exhausted. And there is a knock at the door. Pretty much assume your parents are gonna get it because they're already downstairs. Sure enough, they do. You hear, like, your mom, Amari, Nico, there's someone here?
Yeah?
For you? Nico's just like, pops their head out of the attic and is like, what? Comes like tumbling around the corner like, have any idea what this is about?
Not a clue. It's never just both of us.
I know. Oh, if we get in trouble, Cameron doesn't. Fill
Yeah,
a shampoo bottle
I
with
swear to
glue.
God.
Y'all come downstairs. Never gonna believe who's at the door. Yeah, so standing in the doorway is literally Dr. Cosmo. And Nico screams like they're bloody murder and like literally almost falls over. And your mom like picks him up and is just like, honey! Stands him up and he's just like, what do you want with me?
I think you're confused. I am simply here to talk to Amari. If that is fine.
Your mom is just sort of like, yes, let them talk. And Nico's just like reaching out a hand, like,
Amari's like kind of like scared that Nico is leaving because now they're faced with it. Like normally they wouldn't be super stressed about like facing a hero because it's like they've done it before at the reef. They're kind of fine, but like as Nico leaves, they're kind of like, no wait, oh, okay. You want to talk to me?
Dr. Cosmo says yes, and then takes their helmet off. I've been meaning to talk to you ever since the artifact was returned. Look, Tsunami told me a little bit about you, and I think you're gonna be a great help to something very personal to me. I have absolutely no way to repay you if you are able to help me, but there's someone in trouble, and if you're a hero, I would love to ask for your help.
If I'm
Ghosts in space?
We're going to a planet. It is called Utopia.
They're two parts of the broken soul gem, and we gotta find a way to fix them.